Today we're going to be looking at linear equations, specifically in tables. Remember that a linear relationship is a relationship between two quantities, your x and y, in which one variable changes by a constant amount as the other variable changes by a constant amount. So what we're going to do first is look for the patterns between the two variables. So let's start with y, where it says describe the pattern for the total cost. Well, to go from 9 to 16, we have to add 7. 9 plus 7 is 16. To go from 16 to 23, we add 7. 23 to 30, add 7. 30 to 37, add 7. So the pattern that we see here is plus 7. And then we're going to do the same thing for the x values, for the number of tickets. To go from 1 to 2, we add 1. From 2 to 3, add 1. 3 to 4, add 1. And 4 to 5, add 1. So the pattern for the number of tickets, or the x values, is plus 1. Now we can write an equation in the form y equals mx plus b to describe the relationship between x and y. I want you to box in that equation form. Just like with constant rate of change, our equation was y equals kx. For linear equations or non-proportional equations, the equation form is y equals mx plus b. Remember that y and x are always y and x. Those never change. All we change is m and b. To find m, we need to find the change in y over the change in x. Well, that's what we just found when we looked at the patterns. That triangle next to this y and the x, those means the change. So y changed by adding 7. So I'm going to put a positive 7 there. X changed by adding 1 each time. To simplify that, 7 divided by 1 equals 7. So m in the equation is 7. So if my equation form is y equals mx plus b, my y and x are the same. I'm going to plug in 7 for m. And then b is the bonus number. It's what we have to add or subtract. So we're going to go back to our table again. M is right next to x, which means it's being multiplied. So we know that we're going to have to multiply x by 7. Well, let's try that with 1. 1 times 7. That equals 7, but we need it to be 9. So we have to figure out, what else do we have to do to get to 9? Well, we'd have to add 2, because 1 times 7 is 7, plus 2 is 9. Let's see if that works for the next one. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 2 is 16. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 2 is 23. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 2 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 2 is 37. So each time that bonus, what we have to add is plus 2. That's b. So we filled in m and we filled in b and got our equation y equals 7x plus 2.